What the flock? That's exactly what Chad Wright, ex-military Navy SEAL, said as he got pulled over by a flock camera heading down to a hog hunting trip in Florida.
On the way down to Florida, we stopped in a gas station, pulled over, filled the van up with gas, got back on the road, and immediately got pulled over by a police officer. Lights flashing came up. Of course, it was for an expired tag because I refused to pay them their fee for the little sticker to put on my tag. Sorry, guys. Anyways, we were like, dang, dude, where'd you come from? We didn't see the cop before he pulled us over. He wasn't sitting there anywhere. It's not like we drove by him. We were like, where'd you come from? He was like, oh, you drove past that flock camera over there on the corner and it showed me that your tag was expired, and I got the message. And so I sat there and watched you while you guys pumped your gas. And once you got back on the road, I pulled you over. It was very odd. Okay. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when these flock cameras first started popping up? By the way, here in Georgia, I think we have more flock cameras in Georgia than any other state in the United States. But I remember when I first started seeing them, and they look so benign, right? It's just this black pole with a little solar panel and a camera about the size of this cell phone I'm talking to right now. They look so benign, so harmless, and I remember thinking, what the crap? What are they doing? Like some study about how much traffic comes up and down this road or something? Like, what's going on? And then eventually I learned, no, actually, these things are everywhere, and they do look benign. They're designed in a way to where we drive by probably hundreds of them every single day, and
They're
you don't
hidden.
even really notice them until you start looking for them. All right. I remember seeing videos come out of China back during the COVID years. And I remember seeing videos of how they were conducting round the clock surveillance and monitoring on their population in China, making sure that people didn't go out of their houses and all this stuff, and keeping everybody locked down. And I thought, man, that is freaking wild, dude. That is wild. And now here we are. Here we are, here in the United States of America. And I don't know if you realize this or not, or if you've thought about this, but we are here in the United States of America now, indeed living in a surveillance state. In other words, when you leave your house, the government is checking on you. All right. And now I know that there's technology out there to track cell phones and all this stuff, use it in the military, saw it in the military. I know all that technology exists, and that's probably being done, but now this is the next level. They're checking on you. When you leave your house, they know where you're going, and they're making sure you're doing what they want you to do.
There's a good reason for that. I mean, if we didn't have all the crime and people shooting up In-N-Out burgers and, people shooting up schools, we have to protect our citizens. And
They're making sure that you're up to
a
date
lot of
on
people
all
don't like it.
their laws, rules, and regulations and mandates.
Hmm.
And all this has happened, interestingly enough, or at least it has been in more increasingly prevalent, the surveillance state that we're living in here in America under the Trump administration, to make America great again. While we're and look, man,
If you're a law-abiding citizen, though, and you pay your taxes, you go to your job, you live and you're peaceful and you're a good person, you want your children safe. If you got nothing to hide, right, from the government, you want your children safe, right? And that's a good way to protect America.
this is the point I'm trying to make about Donald Trump and his administration is weren't we what wasn't things supposed to be like getting better, like more freedom, more American, more all this stuff? What I mean, I thought that was what he was all about. But anyways,
Chad lives out in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, so it's easy for him to say. He doesn't have children going to public schools. He doesn't live in cities that are getting destroyed and shot up by Muslims and in sleeper cells and people living in fear.
On, which should tell you it doesn't matter what politician is in office. This is the direction that the world is going. This is the direction that the United States is going. Imagine next time we have lockdowns because of some scamdemic, and now there's a flock camera on literally every corner, and you're getting checked on everywhere you go. Imagine that.
Yep. That's what it is, Chad. That's what it is, unfortunately. This is a flock camera that was set up in front of a child splash park.
I just don't understand it. Why do you need a flock camera facing kids?
Maybe to protect the kids, maybe to protect them from people trying to traffic them and keep our children safe.
I mean, it's like literally right here.
Yeah.
That shit don't make no sense.
You know what? You don't make no sense. I'll tell you that. She don't make no sense. This is just a sad mishap here. Flock cameras are endangering lives. This woman was put in jail due to flock camera screw up, and now the CEO is apologizing.
For you, how do you move forward?
Therapy. Lots of therapy.
A woman was placed in jail for 13 days and initially.
Lots of therapy. Yep, a lot of people are vandalizing these flock cameras all over the place, knocking them down, getting arrested. Here's some clips of the flock cameras getting destroyed. Lines are in the absolute gutter in America. You know, why are these things pointed at children's areas? To protect them, to protect the children, not to look at them in perverted ways. This is a sheriff talking about if you destroy these flock cameras, they're coming for you.
Oh, they control our every move. Well, this is proof. We had to look for this and find it in the woods. We will be placing another one there. You have cost the county money that we will have to buy another camera to replace. And this one that I replaced with, it will have video capabilities where if it is tampered with, it will video to hopefully get the person that damages it. That's what it will do, is video the person that does this type of stuff to government items. So I hope you're happy with this. It was to keep our kids safe. That's what this is about. And you went and done this.
Idiots.
I want you to know I'm offering a $1,000 reward for information that will lead to an arrest of who done this. And to all you people out there about the flock cameras that say, oh, they're watching us, or, you know, they control our every move. Well, this is proof. We had to look for this and find it in the woods. We will be placing a
$1,000 reward right here. Lumpkin County in Georgia. Good job, Sheriff. Keep our cities safe from illegals and just child predators, killers. Amen. What do you think of the flock cameras? Is it an invasion of our Fourth Amendment right? Do you feel like it's keeping our kids safer? You feel like it's keeping the thugs off the streets, keeping America safe? Love to hear it in the comments. If you like this kind of content, like and follow for more. God bless.